Hang on, I got a cat in here. I'm gonna try and actually get the cat cam going. Give me a second. See, probably what'll happen here. I'll go through all this trouble, get it set up, and then he'll get up and leave. Okay, gotta love it. Let's see. Here. Excuse me. This is the right camera. This might get a little noisy sounding. I'm trying to. Now, if I can, like, lock that right there. I have to move things around a little bit. Shoot, maybe not. Oh, that's the wrong way. Look at that cat. Big old cat. Okay, I got a microphone like right in front of my face here, which I guess is where it's supposed to be. Oh, don't you dare get up. It will probably do nothing. Alright, now let me... Ba-doop. He did get up. Maybe he'll roll back down though. Alright, let's see. Let's get Dungeon Draft on here. Alright. This time our party will consist of a bard that plays like a rogue, a warlock that plays like a cleric that plays like a fighter, and sorcerer. Man, I was playing, Baldur's Gate 3 the other day and gave warlock a shot. That's a strong class, man. I don't know if how it works in the actual tabletop, but like you get spell slots back just for short resting or something. Pretty crazy. Actually, I want to move this just a little bit. There we go. That's a little more comfortable for me and somewhat of a better shot for him. I need, like, see, I got my mic on this giant tripod boom arm thing, and I need one for the camera instead of the mic. I hate having the mic on it, but I don't know where else to put it. Anyway, I'm kind of got no clue as to what I'm doing here. So, let's try this. I'm wondering if I can add a new source. Not a display. How about a window? Oh, it kind of sort of found it, but not really. It doesn't seem like it works. It does not work. Okay. Well, let's do this then. Let's just do display. And then crop it a bit. Okay, so put that there. So if I draw on this, whee, Alright. I need... To a squirrel, a cat is a monster, or you just used to be a cat. YouTube put the goofy heart thing in the way again. Okay. So I'm thinking crazy mages hiding out in the woods or something, stealing some town folk. So like you got, here's your tavern, right? That's totally a tavern. It's where your players start. I guess you could have some houses over here. I don't know if it's worth drawing them. Maybe you could just have them, but like the players can't go in them. You just have the squares out there. We'll see. Maybe a well. How about that? And then there's a little path. They go out. And honestly, that might be just the map in of itself. I don't know if I want to connect the two. But anyway, they go off. I'm thinking there's a big forest they got to get through. Riding with a mouse is hard. And the forest would obviously have a bunch of different paths it can take, right? Dead ends, maybe some loot, maybe some dangers, monsters. How do I draw a tree? Simply. That's a tree, right? Like a pine tree. Alright, let's just get rid of those. So, lots of different paths, kind of windy. How about forest maze? And then at the, maybe not the end of the forest per se, but like the right path, there is... Do we want a door? Like a cellar door or a dungeon door, temple door? Do we want a warp? Like a summoning circle on the ground, you know? I have those in the assets, like a little circle with weird designs, right? Woo. Something like that. W for warp. Do we want that? Or what about, like, this is looking down. This is a top view, right? So you could have a little warp gate archway that they walk through, right? Totally not a Stargate. And that takes them to W for warp. That takes them to the temple map. So do we have three? We can fit... I think we can fit these two on one map. This one needs to be separate. Most likely. Probably won't even do that one today, because that's just basic tavern. This is the interesting stuff. So... Goliath Cleric, I shall visit the local temples. Alright. I like my little warp doodle I made over there. That's not bad. Okay. Now, I just realized how low the audio is. I mean, can't turn that up a little bit. You can tell me if the music's audible or not. My autism shoots faster. I really hate how YouTube puts this goofy emoji thing over the text and then I can't see. My autism shoots ideas faster than I can draw, but I tend to use plot points and circles. I mean, hey, whatever works, right? Actually, you know what I'm going to do real quick? The music is like, yeah. I'm going to show you what I mean here. See that? That's the chat. And this goofy heart thing right here. Like, I missed it as soon as you sent that other message, but like it'll be over the text and I can't ever read what people are saying. They had it there and then they got rid of it and now it's back. What's up, Theo? We're trying to come up with a game plan here. So I think we got, what do we say we have? We have evil mages. Look at that. Perfect penmanship. They're taking people from the village, which is right here, and they're hiding in the forest somewhere. I do like the forest maze. Allows you to encourage players to take the path you want. Woohoo! Or kill them before they even get to the temple. I think that's what we'll do. Now here's the trick. I was actually just making a forest mazy kind of thing not too long ago. And I didn't like the way it panned out. And then I had an idea right before stream. So here's what I did. Give me, for sake of example here. I had like, you know, pathway. Like I say, this is going through the forest, right? Da 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 da. There's another path. There's another path. So what I was doing is I was putting, I think what I did anyway, was I put a bunch of trees down along the edges. You know, made it look a little better like that. But I covered up all the edges. And then I put a wall somewhere, I think. Well, golly, now I can't even remember. What did I do? I guess I could just go look. Yeah. Okay, so I had the same idea that I had earlier. I guess that means it was a good idea. No, there is no wall. I thought I put a wall under that. Could have swore I did. Did I not? I did? Okay, I guess I just drew it in the VTT. I just added a wall there. Actually, now I say I remember doing that. Yep. So I'm not crazy about that. That's too many tree objects. I feel like anyway. And it gets kind of silly looking. So I was wondering if I could put a wall down, right? Just kind of haphazardly. Because then that will actually import into the VTT, and then you can just above walls. There you go. So see, like, you're covering up some of the wall. And I guess you could do this and make it like blend in or something. Actually, where's the dopper here? There you go. You could just do that. So that way, that kind of looks like the path, but also lets players know, hey, that's the edge. Thick forest over there, I guess. And then that way you can vary up your trees a little bit. But that wall will import into Foundry, so you don't have to do anything. Changeling Bard, I cast Charm to get information from the town mayor, guard captain, human warlock. I helped the Goliath. And my phone's buzzing. I just started. It's my dad. I guess I better answer this. Let's see. My phone is so low. He tried sending a picture, but I can't make it out. Something about an orb weaver spider. Papa Squirrel. Yep. He just recently retired. It kind of came before he wanted it. He wasn't ready, but some really crappy things happened, and kind of technically he was at retirement age, but what is it like? You can retire at 65, but if you work till 68 or something, you get more retirement. He was gonna go, you know, the extra mile or whatever to get more, and then it didn't pan out, and he thought he was gonna go right back to work somewhere else, and he was like, nah, no, I kind of like this. This is fine. So, like, this is all right. Dungeon Masters never retire. I'll be playing these games. No, fuck no. I mean, as long as your brain's still there, I don't see why you wouldn't. I mean, play it in the retirement home. Seems like that'd be a great time to play it, because y'all have plenty of time and nothing else to do, so... Anyway, where's my roadmap here? I guess we're just gonna start with the forest maze. We'll skip the tavern for now, so... Active audience, yeah. Or very grumpy audience, maybe. Alright, so do I want... I kind of like the mossy one. It's a little darker. But I will say... Oops. We gotta get a look going on here. See, this one... That matched that better. That's not terrible. And I mean, that's also not bad. Now, I was also wondering if I had... As much sense as it doesn't make, I wish I had an invisible wall. It was a wall, but like, there was no texture. That one's pretty thin. That might help. I think we'll use that one. Like right here, it'd be nice if I could just grab a blank one. Not an option though. Okay. So let's do... We'll use the moss for our path. Excuse me. Can be where the party shows up. And we'll just... send them about their merry little way. Lots of corners and options. Problem is, these curvy maps never work the way I want them to. Oh, let's see, you said the music was quiet and then I never did anything about it. Crank it up just a wee bit. Doesn't help we're on a very quiet track. Okay, that looks a little better. Now, what are some dangers that we can find in the forest? Other than, obviously, nasty animals. narrow path going down here. I guess, you know, instead of trying to do the curves, I could just keep it straight. I need to get into hex maps. That's what I need to do. Changeling Bard, we tie the rope around my waist, and I'll, well, the emoji's in the way. I'll tug if anything bad happens. I need some forest dangers. Actually, let's have the path narrow. Yeah. I wonder if it'd be easier to draw the walls first. I feel like no. I really wish I had a sketch tool in this, like I could just doodle lines temporarily. I don't think I can. That's a path tool. We just have the text. I feel like I said that last stream too. Like, hey, it'd be really nice if I had this. If you Dungeon Draft devs are watching, hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I don't think they're watching me. Good old forest maze. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's have it do a little loop right there. Because why not? I feel like I do mazes too much. I think I'm just slowly finding out I'm not a very creative DM. I had a couple cool ideas, and that was it. It was a one-hit wonder. And you know, that's not particularly a bad thing. It's a good campaign and everybody enjoyed it, right? Goliath cleric gets out their rope. Elf sorcerer produces flame. I'll try to burn this area. Human warlock, let's try the rope idea first. Yeah, let's not burn the forest down. Writer's block is a thing too. Oh man. So I agree. It made me think of I think it was Isaac Asimov. 'Cause, if you didn't know, he's kind of famous, or was, I guess, for how much words he produced every day. It was like a stupid amount. And somebody asked him, like, you know, do you ever get writer's block? And he's like, I don't believe in writer's block. Like, my dad worked at the shop. He never got shop block. Like, nobody else gets to have a block. So he's like, why do writers get one? Dang. Let me have an excuse, man. I made it E. You read Isaac Asimov? Yeah. So I actually didn't realize this till I got that first book out there and was talking to people and doing little I hesitate to call them interviews, but answering people's questions. How about that? And I realized I picked up more of Isaac Asimov's writing style than I picked up more than I realized. Which is kind of funny because I've read some of his stuff, but not like a whole lot. But to be fair, I haven't read a whole lot of anybody's, so. I feel like the party should have to, instead of just. Yeah, let's have it go off here. And then we can have a, this can be the warp spot. Picked up more of his logic and whatnot. Like, he's, very short to the point. Like, doesn't fluff things up. Matter of fact, I think one of my older videos, I talked about that, like how Tolkien, is a very fluffy, pretty writer, and Asimov was very to the point, and they're both good. It's just different styles. Jungle Maze. Yeah, we're gonna do just a little bit of a jungle maze, I think. And then they're gonna get a little warp thing, which is what I was about to put down, which will take them to the temple, and I may have to make my map bigger, so. I need ideas for what's in the temple. Dangers. I think the idea here is, it's kind of big, isn't it? That's not really much smaller. Giant one. The idea here is there's some evil wizards harassing the town. Let's put it at an angle because that looks cooler. Maybe, I don't know. Harassing the town, stealing folks for those good old evil sacrifices, right? We're going to be really traditional here. Cult of goblins that worship a really tiny goblin. You know what? I'm down for it. All right, so now we gotta say we have this really tiny goblin. What are the sacrifices for? Is the little tiny goblin just extremely violent? Does he munch? So if he's really tiny and he eats them, it probably takes him a long time. So the sacrifices are real far apart. Took the village a while to figure out what was going on. Or maybe he just eats the eyeballs. Whoa. So they have to go capture and kill an entire person for 2 eyeballs. Meteorite that is an egg of life form. Plot twist. It's a color. It's a color out of space infused with divinity. Whoa. Look at y'all coming in hot with these ideas. Coming in hot. Let's see, I need... The goblin uses the people as a host until they die. Hey, you know what? Might be onto something. He is tiny. He do be tiny. Oops. Let me do that. I'm in the wrong thing here. There we go. Edit points. Alright, so we have that. How long does a host survive? Will he starve to death? What a way to go, man. These don't have to be, like, perfect. I keep trying to make them that way, but they really don't need to be. Keep it simple. Doot, 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 doot. What level should my 4-man team be? Oh, I don't know. Like their insides become a dollhouse for an ew. A host lasts 5 days till they die of exhaustion. Well, so every 5 days somebody goes missing. That's not bad. That's not bad. About 4 villagers go missing before they put that together. It's like, these were all 5 days apart. Now see, if you have that logic, instead of going out into the woods looking for somebody, I feel like you'd be setting up an ambush. Right? Like, well, hey, we know they're going to be here in X number of days. Good job, brother. Well, thank you, man. I don't know if you mean me or folks in the chat brainstorming over here. I'm just doodling. Let's see. Goblin gathered several people, bought in bulk, basically. Oh! That means they have to feed them and keep them alive. But yeah, not bad, not bad. Not a bad thought. Maybe drum up a really tiny goblin, making him seem like a really tough and strong one. Yeah. What if... Such a morbid discussion we're having here. What if instead of using the human or whatever he captures as a host, what if they're building something for Tiny Goblin to pilot, but needs fleshy body parts of some sort? I don't know. That doesn't seem too goblin-y. I mean, I feel like they would try and build things, but out of human body parts, I don't know. That don't sound right. Giant flesh golem manned by tiny goblin? A flesh golem mech for the tiny... Oh yeah, see? Are flesh golems a thing? I mean, this isn't unique to any universe now. Y'all can plug it wherever you want. Whether that's D&D, Pathfinder, Easy D6, Mouse Ritter, just making a map. But a map needs a story, so. Gotta have a story. Could just go bland and make the tiny goblin be a princess that needs the blood of the villagers to keep her alive and not turn vampire or something. Oh, yeah. So I've done a couple maps. On that note, I have done a couple maps, and these are usually pretty fun, where you have your goal, right? Actually, you guys helped make one of these. That was one of the best ones we ever did. There's the goal, usually a boss or something, and there's things the players have to do along the way. And if they do X, Y, and Z, like it'll make the boss fight significantly easier. Or if they don't, or if they do something wrong, then it'll make it significantly harder. Like one goofy one the chat made one time. It was a Church of the Mechanical God or something like that. And they wanted the blood of a very special mimic. It was like a huge legendary mimic. And they needed the blood to make their robo-god super strong or something that they were constructing. So the mimic was on the map in the church, but it was hidden. So if the players found the mimic, killed the mimic, and then got to the end of the map, and then killed the little robo-god that these people were making, that would have been like 2 mini-bosses. It would have been 2 mini-boss fights. But because they did not find the mimic and went straight to the end, the robo-god thing woke up, and the mimic showed up. And the mimic broke out and got into a fight with the robo-god. The robo-god killed it and, of course, got his blood. And that made the robo-god super-duper strong. So they had a much harder fight, and they died. So... And honestly, I think there was something else they could keep the robo-god from even waking up to begin with, and I think they boogered that one up too. So I'm always down for that. I brought all that up because you're talking about the vampire thing, so there might be something. Let's see. The villagers keep her alive and not turn. So let's say you have a part in the map or the session where they try, I was talking about earlier, oh, hey, if you know when they're showing up, wouldn't you just hit an ambush? Well, you can do that if they fail the ambush, which they think would be really bad, but that means the tiny goblin gets the villager and doesn't turn into a vampire and is a weaker fight, so easier. Whereas if you succeed in saving that villager and warding off the goblins, then tiny goblin turns into a vampire, and then you have a difficult fight on your hands. That's good. I like that. Maybe the tiny goblin is just very hungry. It eats a lot like a piranha. Maze, classic monster would be a minotaur. Have at least one trap in the maze, because why not? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I'm not too stoked with the way the maze looks right now, but maybe I'll make it work. I don't know. I gotta drop a bunch of trees and stuff in there, but that's the skeleton of it right now. But I like that ambush idea. We'll see if I can remember that. Alright, so now we got a warp. Now we can go to an actual temple. So... temple, underground dungeon, whatever the case may be. Should I start down here or right here? Yeah, I'll start down here. Five-room dungeon? Only 5 rooms? I tell you what, here's what I like to do. Because I guess I'm one of those people. I'm gonna ask Mr. AI man, hey, what are some good trap ideas? Check it out. I'm making a TTRPG map of a goblin dungeon. What are some good trap ideas? What do you got to say, Mr. AI man? Will the party have a druid? Maybe have a subplot if they turn into a goblin snake? Ooh. Well, this is just a random map. There's nobody in mind, so they could, if they did, yeah, could have that. Let's see, Mr. AI man says blade traps, poison gas traps, pit traps, all the basics. Illusionary pits. Narrow tunnels, swinging bear traps. Oh my. Oh, set up swinging bear traps with sleep poison. What? Stalactite trap. So it's like fall upon the. Oh, okay, okay. Jar of bees. Okay, the jar of bees makes sense. That sounds like something a goblin would do. Shocked no one has used AI to make the Half-Life script. Somebody probably has. That's some good tea. Alright. Get some regular good old-fashioned stone walls going on here. So... I'm gonna make my walls first, and then I'll floor it up later, I guess. Wait, I'm already on it. Okay. And actually, depending on how many players we have, that might be a little small. Gotta have a big starting room. Give everybody space. Totally a goblin trap. The bees, yeah, I like the bee idea. So, man, hang on. You guys want to see the map? All right. If any of my players are watching right now, you need to look away, because I'm going to show them the map y'all are currently in. If I can find it. This is the map my campaign players are currently on. They warped right here. Not quite the center, but close enough. And what they're doing, all these rooms they go in, they're finding memories, I guess you could call them. Because they're pretty far into the campaign. They're almost at the end. They're fighting memories of all the people they have met and helped, and they're kind of making them feel guilty, like, you left me to die, blah 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 blah, and then they had to fight them. Now, they're playing as the mushrooms. So normally when the mushrooms go down, when they hit 0 HP, we don't do death saves, but they're not dead, because they're this weird mushroom race. So as long as they have one hit die and some kind of healing, whether it's a potion or a magic ability, they can keep coming back. Just no death saves, nothing. They just keep coming back. If they don't have any health hit die, then they can't come back up. Their body has to be taken back home, and then they go through the regrowth process, which shakes up all their stats and everything. And it's just an interesting little mechanic we made. So, but what I did for this area they're in, because it's a weird magical kind of place, when they go down to 0, their body disappears, so they can't just come back up, and they pop up by the campfires, which, you know, Dark Souls. And there's at each campfire spot, there's an NPC they can pick up to take with them, and there's a secret one right here. Those guys can only die once, and then they're gone forever. But those NPCs, well, okay, let me back up. They got to find 3 levers to hit in all these different spots, and that will open up this exit door here. But each one of those NPCs has a way to get across this lava pit right here. I mean, the players might be able to come up with something, I don't know. But each one of those NPCs has a way to get across there, and they each come with their own dangers. But if they get the special NPC guy here, he has the proper way. Not 2 bells. Okay, look, I thought about bringing bells, but I was like, okay, that's just too much Dark Souls. So all kinds of fun stuff in here. And it was funny too, because like right off the bat, well, they split up right off the bat, because of course, and then half the party went and found this guy from like the very beginning of the campaign that died, and they were so distraught that he died, they were hoping he'd stick around for a while. And they're like, I don't want to kill him. It was great. Good stuff. Back to the forest. So that's what they get to go through. Now, should this temple be... It's for a tiny goblin, we have decided. I'm going to bring out the sketchboard again. Do we want it to be temple-y or more like just a dungeon, living quarters where they're hiding out? I guess if they're like really, really for this tiny goblin, it would be kind of a temple, right? I'm going to put... Well, I'm going to put nothing, apparently. There's my wall. I'm going to put a little secret room right here. Players may or may not be able to find. Put a little loot in there. Yeesh. Can I, as a reminder... Secret loot. So who doesn't like a good hallway? Let's yeah, let's make it a wide hallway that funnels down. Maybe Tiny Goblin was the big goblin, but he touched a magical thing and turned tiny. Tiny vampire. Almost. We're trying not to make him a vampire. There's never anything behind a banner on the wall. That's true. It's true. Never look behind the banner or the waterfall. Nothing ever behind the waterfall. Yeah, big goblin became tiny goblin. Found a cursed item or something. I got a little patch of grass right there, apparently. Let me just, Boop. Alright, got a little hallway going on here. Okay. What should the first room be? Probably just be some bad guys, right? Because, like, welcome to the Thunderdome. Seems logical. All right. We could give them a couple choices here. Logic? Who is this temple built for? Well, that's what I was asking earlier. Like, is this just where they're living, hanging out, or do they, like, kind of worship said tiny goblins and therefore have made a temple for her? Or him, her, I don't know. I just assumed female goblin for some reason. How dare I? Well, tell you what. I'm sure my players are tired of this, but every dungeon I make has a toilet in it, so no sense in stopping tradition at this point. There it is. Maybe temple is an old wizard place and goblins took over, but touch the thing to me. Hey! There you go. There you go. There you go. I can dig it. I can dig it. So... totally hide something important at the toilet. So, well... let's see. I don't guess it's up here. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, this was an old temple we did in that same campaign. This is like the first one that came across, which was also goblins, funnily enough. Then there's the toilet. There's the bathroom. And there wasn't anything... The door was locked. There was a goblin on the toilet. He came out, tripped over himself. It was great. I don't remember if there was any loot in here or not. But we tried this map just recently, again, with Easy D6. We were experimenting. And I had a health potion hiding in the toilet, but they skipped it that time. I was like, guys, I changed up some stuff. It's not going to be the exact same thing. So we could put a health potion in the toilet. Or something. Or no, there was... That's what I was going to do. There was a turd in the toilet, and if they took the time to flush it, I would have given them something. That's what it was. But they didn't. They just grossed out and left. So, anyway, what I was thinking here... If this is Wizard Place, like you were saying, they find the wizard on the toilet, he's a skeleton now, still can't go. Maybe a second tiny potion that the tiny goblin drank that lets them go through a mouse hole to skip a dangerous encounter or trap. Ayo! So, well, on the note, what I was just about to say, this is the wizard's place. What if we have like a little display room that has some of his staffs and artifacts and whatnot, and one of them is missing, obviously, and that's the one that made the goblin what they are. And then the goblins have just left that alone. So we could even say it's like overgrown a bit. So we can have... I used the wrong wall. We got a match. There we go. Maybe a little longer. So the problem is, I don't really think I have. Yeah, I don't even have staff. Wow. Why don't I get a hole when I search pole? I guess it makes sense. Mouse holes goes from behind toilet into the staff room. Eh? Maybe. You know, I have decided that I don't like the shape of this room. We're going to make it this way. Yeah. Maybe a little wider. Maybe right there. Maybe. All right. There might be too many things. Do I have... I do not dig this track. There we go. So I'll skip it. I wish I had one of these altars, but like really cracked. I guess there's these two. Yeah, could do that. Okay, alright, let's do that. Whoop. It's Ryan! Hello. He's screaming into the void. What color does this wizard prefer? Purple sounds pretty nice. How's life, Ryan? How's that new job? Are they working you to the bones? To the bones. I'm gonna have this cracked one there. That's gonna be the missing item. Computers go beep. Brain go mush. I believe it. I believe it. Alright, now we need things to put on here. Put a bazooka on one of them. Always gotta have a MacGuffin. I mean... Certainly seems to be the Star Wars approach lately, doesn't it? Have staffs some be damaged where they can either be good or explode on user? Well, so... yeah, I like that idea. And I don't think I have any... Well, there's something I can put on there. Ooh, that's a big sword. Is that really all I got? I don't have any staffs, which I'm very sad about. I'd have to like get a different... I have a texture pack or asset pack that has stuff like that in it, but it's man, this, I forget what FA stands for, but he had a bazillion asset packs and some of them were good, but they're so redundant and clunky, like it really bogs down everything, and it's just... It's like 80% fluffy nonsense that you don't need. And I don't know. And they're not named anything. They're just A, B, C, D. So like it couldn't have been, hey, FA assets weapons. FA assets trees. And plus I don't like the way they look. They're like... They're really well done. Which is kind of the problem. They stand out from this, you know, kind of cheap look. Scribble. This Tiger Dude's got some good stuff. I had to grab some of his stuff because I was making a cyberpunk thing. So yeah, I don't really have... That's unfortunate. I guess we need to have a ranged weapon here to tempt players with, right? Now, is there something we can make look like a staff? Put a log on there? Oh, well, hey, there you go. Done. Look at that. What was that? Bowsprit. Woo! Part of a boat. Be back after lunch? Alright. Chocolate flavored MacGuffin. Alright, we got 2 swords. We need a shield, right? And then there's the empty one. Ooh! The wizard's pet being encounter. I like that. So let me jot some of this stuff down here. Where did... Alright, there's my scribblies. So let's... Okay, what we got? Boss of map. Tiny goblin, right? That's what we got. Tiny goblin trying not to turn into a vampire. This is why they eat villagers. because reasons. Temple, dungeon notes. Tiny Gabo stole item that cursed them into the tiny Gabo they are. The other weapons might be cursed too. Because it tastes like chicken. Okay, let's see. I guess we can cross out evil mages, because that's not part of the plot anymore. Okay, I guess that's it. Alright, now I would kind of like... Everything tastes like chicken. Even chicken. It's crazy. I would like some overgrowth to be in here, but then something... Because these cracks don't stand out enough. I don't know, there's like scorch marks I should put on there or something, or... I don't know. Or does chicken taste like everything? Ooh. Ooh. Could be. Could be. Alright, well let's just start with the overgrowth. And see where it goes from there. So let's wall this off. Put a door down. It did get me some nice floors. Just a little texture pack. I really like these ones. These old cracked looking things. Yeah. Ain't that cool? Ain't that cool? Add dust piles from dead vampires that used to live here. Whoa. Man, I remember playing Morrowind when I was little. And I'd fight some bad guys, and then you'd search their inventory and be like, vampire dust in there. And you're like, what? Vampire dust? That's a vampire. And like, I kept contracting vampirifocilus or whatever it's called. Oh, I could never figure out how to cure myself. It's terrible. Morrowind was so great. I would love a solid remaster of that. Just everything exactly the same. Just, well, maybe take out the fact that you can miss when you actually hit something. That part was not fun. I was terrible at that game. I could not play it. I had to cheat so much. What am I looking for? Aw. That would have been a much better teleporter. Alright. Well, put that there for now. What can I do? What can I do for overgrowth? Well, I say little, I ain't little. Something coming in and out of here, maybe? I wonder. Excuse me. It's probably... Yeah, that doesn't look as good. So one of those texture packs I was fussing about earlier. Yeah, it doesn't look right. They had lightning, like these. It was called lightning, but it didn't really look like it. But it was kind of a ball shape like that right there, and there was lightning going out in all the directions. If you colored it solid black, you could make it look like holes and cracks in the floor. And it was really great for making it look like things were growing out of the ground, or, you know, coming out of the ground. Does the dungeon have a theme or a gimmick? Well, so this is what chat has helped come up with. So there's the forest maze, right? Players go through the forest, and my original idea was, hey, there's this village, evil wizards capturing villagers every so often for some terrible sacrifice. And then it went from that to the fact that there's goblins taking people because there's a tiny goblin master who needs to eat people in order not to become a vampire. And they're all shacked up in this old dungeon temple thing that used to belong to a wizard. And one of the wizard's magical items cursed Tiny Gobbo into the condition that they're in. So it's a very, very serious plot line we have going on. There's a big blue jay outside my window. Big old boy. Oh, let's see. I was looking for overgrowth. Let's see. I stayed up too late last night. I was watching Rango. Silly movie. Two kinds of goblins. Nasty rats and cute hamsters. Alright. What is that? Colorable road. Whoa. Did y'all hear that? That was that blue jay I was talking about. He's angry. Alright, I'm not digging my overgrowth options here. A whole tree coming out. Oh, the bird thing? Yeah. Mordecai said. That's the right bird. Yeah, that was a bird. He was just chilling right under the window and then decided to scream and run off. Is his feet red? Can't see it from here. Got some thorns growing around. Coming out the wall. Hither and thither. Yeah. I can't really wish I could make them look like they're breaking through the ground, but wow. What if this, that don't look too good. It just looks like a mess. Someone put on the wolf fanboy. It is, let's see. Relaxing Zelda music with campfire ambiance. So, you know, I gotta be careful with the music I play. I've been getting dinged so hard since, you know, we hit the 4,000 watch time mark. 4,000 hours watch time. And, you know, now YouTube's like, oh, hey, we can run ads on your videos. So even if I say no to monetization, YouTube will run ads. Like, it's such a silly concept. Or, I don't even know what to call it. But so my hope was when I hit that mark, my plan was like, okay, you can choose. Yeah, there's no reason to say no. So when you are able to monetize, which we just hit not too long ago, you can choose skippable ads front and back, non-skippable ads front and back, and mid-roll ads. So I turned everything off but skippable ads, hoping that that will take precedence and they will not run anything else, because I've heard time and time again that people are like, no, I said no monetization, and they still run ads on my videos. So it's like, all right, well, like I said, maybe if I opt in and say, hey, give them skippable ads, that's what'll actually come through. Yeah, YouTube always wants money. And but what's really stinky is like this. So the stream right now is non-monetized, so it should not have. I don't think they overrule you and force ad. Well, you guys can tell me. Have you had to watch ads? So when the video gets posted post stream, I turn the same monetization on, so hopefully people can, just push play and let it go and only have that little 3-second skippable ad at the front. But I was going to say, the streams I've been doing, because there's music, I've been getting dinged all the time. They're like, oh, no, copyright this, copyright that. But what's so silly is if you get that copyright strike, you don't make any money, but YouTube continues to make money. Bro, my ad blocker gave is so strong I never see it. So I got the warning yesterday that you got a few streams ago. And, like where YouTube comes up and says, hey, you're running an ad blocker. If you keep doing this, we're going to, lock your account until you disable it or whatever. So I got that. And then I'm doing a little reading, and yeah, apparently like they're getting more aggressive, pushing out to more people to get trying out that new system or whatever they're doing to stop people in their ad blockers. And apparently uBlock Origin and YouTube were just rolling out update after update after update in the same day against each other. All you have to do is purge and update your filter lists. Basically an hourly battle. Yeah, it's very silly. I got one called Bad Block that was made specifically for the YouTube thing, and it's worked just fine. I probably shouldn't say that, but I just outed myself. Oh, but I mean, yeah, the ad thing is so silly. Like, I'm all for, these people getting paid what they need to get paid, right? But YouTube takes so much and makes them jump through all these hoops, and it's like, that's not right. And like I was saying, when you get a copyright strike, a copyright claim, whatever, they keep making money. You don't. The person who does the work does not make the money. So it's very silly. Like right now I have one. Let's see if can I see it from here? And this was crazy. The last stream I did, say YouTube Studio, they think they can beat the internet and the one it's good at being petty. Yeah. uBlock and Sponsor Block works wonders. YouTube's awesome to throw as much as they can at me, and I am welcome to fight it as much as I... Alright, let's see. Where is content live? Yeah. So the Repretendium stream I did this time last week, currently all my air quote earnings, I say earnings because we're talking about a penny here, it's in escrow because I got a copyright claim that was made, and this was so silly. At the very, very end of the stream, I was looking through Steam for other games to play on stream, and I watched a trailer for one, and I had the volume at like 1%. You could barely hear the trailer music, and I was talking over it the whole time. The longest I went without saying anything was like 4 or 5 seconds. I went back and checked, and I got struck because of the music in that trailer. And they were very confusing with the way they worded it. In one place, they would say, yep, somebody manually reviewed this and made this copyright claim. And then they would say, our machines sometimes make mistakes. This is automatic. If you think this is wrong, dispute it. And I disputed it. I was like, this is, for lack of better words, this is bullshit. But I want my 2 pennies. But, it's not right. I was just sitting there. If XQC can go sit on the toilet for 15 minutes and let somebody else's video play and he not get in trouble, it's like, I think this is fine. So and if the Sniper Wolf fiasco had happened when that copyright claim came in, I would have brought that up. So I don't know, I'm probably gonna get my account banned. I don't believe YouTube ever manually reviews something unless you're big. Yeah, nah, I mean, there's... In their defense, like, how could they? It's massive. How many hours gets uploaded every day? Like, I don't mind. Ooh, chat, like, what is that, chat? Yeah. I don't mind the, the automatic stuff. Like, I fully understand that. But when you find something wrong, you should be able to push the button and then get somebody involved. Whoa, Angry Bird. Yep, there he is, hanging on the bush, screaming. Oh, he got him a big old nut. Where'd you find that? Alright. Is that all I have? Where did I even pick that up? Oh, it's right there. Yep, that is the only one I have. It kind of looks like it's sort of growing over, maybe. I don't know. Patches. Okay, now I want... It's not the worst. It ain't the best. And these didn't look good at all. Well, there's some more stuff. Also going back to Wolf Link fanboy stuff, whatever. Twilight Princess was like, I don't know if it was my favorite Zelda game, but I really liked it. I didn't care for the wolf parts, but it was definitely my favorite art style they did, for sure. And I liked the tone of it because it was darker and a little more serious. I really enjoyed that. And I thought the story was pretty cool. I don't know if it was like my most fun to play. You need a vine set with softer borders? Yeah. Actually. Lily pads? Oh, clovers. Woo! A little big. Twilight Princess was solid, but a bit forgettable. As a teen, I thought it was the bee's knees. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I don't think I've ever played a Zelda game more than once, except for, like, the really, really old ones. And there's Skyward Sword. Yeah, that was everybody's favorite, right? Like, oh, I see the heart bumping. somebody's clicking it. Is somebody clicking that? Boop. Skyward Sword, I loved and hated. Like, I was so, you know, Ocarina of Time came out, right? And then every game after that, ooh, I know what I could do. Yeah. And then every game after that played like that game. It felt like I was playing the same game. I was just so sick of it. I was like, man, I feel like I'm just playing a modded version of Ocarina of Time. You know, I had that Z targeting. Just, it felt very much the same. So when Skyward Sword came out, I loved the fact that it broke away from that a little bit. It's like, okay, I finally feel like I'm playing a different Zelda game. But man, I hated going back to the same 3 temples 3 times over. Like, the idea was neat. It's like, okay, you know, bouncing around in time and or whatever. You know, things are changing, doing different things. That was cool. Spirit Track. They did the best they could with the Wii Motion. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, that's what finally broke away from the traditional. Well, I say traditional. It didn't happen until like 3 or 4 Zeldas in, but the Ocarina of Time control scheme. Like, I was so happy to go away from that. I think that's when my, when Ocarina, or no, I'm sorry, when Majora's Mask came out, that's when my moody, I hate everything video games started to really sell. I was so mad when Majora's Mask came out. I was like, this is the same freaking game. I think I was like, what, 10 at the time? Because in that case, the reason I was like that, every Zelda game up to that point had been drastically different. I mean, they were still, you know, find Triforce, save Zelda, beat Ganon. Like, that part was the same, but they were very different. They had very different play styles. Even the very first Zelda and then A Link to the Past were top down, but they played very, very different. And then Ocarina of Time came out, and I was like, oh, hey, you know, this is 3D. Woo! I was like, that's cool. And then Majora's Mask came out, and I was like, bruh, this is the same game. It's even the same textures and everything. It's like, I was so mad. Little 10-year-old man, oh, bullcrap, man, cheap, scam, Where? That's too much grass. It's too much. Too much. Where's that little patch thing I was using? There we go. If someone made Spirit Tracks without the dungeons, I would play that. So I have never played that. I have no idea what it's like. What it's about. I don't even know. I feel like I saw a picture of it. Like a Nintendo Power or something. I think it was after Nintendo Power was really a thing. But like, that's all I saw. I was like, huh, that looks kind of silly. And then just never heard anything about it ever again. Never, ever, ever. Oh. Do, 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 do. It's 100% autistic. Feel train go choo-choo. Fun music, pretty good. I mean, hey, if it's fun, it's fun. And I've made this point many a times. I really wish the new Zelda games, Breath of the Wild, I really wish they just would have made a new IP instead of trying to make that Zelda. I really wish they would have dived off into something new and then really, 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 really leaned into lost technology, like the Sheikah technology or whatever you find scattered around. I wish they would have leaned way more into that. Everything else could have been the same game, just change a few names and lean more into that. I think it would have been great. Like half the Zelda games. Nintendo's not made a new IP in a long time. That's true. They haven't. But I think they would have been fine if they had done it. How silly would these look? Ooh, I'm gonna sneeze. Maybe. Need to. Okay, so I say here's my problem. The overgrowth, it's fine. It's not the best. Actually, I need some more on top of these. But you get the idea. You get the idea. Under big tree? Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I was gonna try and make a quick point though. I never can find my little patch. There it is. Whoop. Good call. So see, I want this stuff to look like it hasn't been disturbed. And then this one altar thingy display here. I need a way to look like it has been messed up. The cracks aren't enough. And honestly, I should take the overgrowth off of it. So something looks like it messed it up. I think scorch marks would be a bit much because the goblin took something here. So that could actually be a weapon they have that cursed them too. They took something and bad things happened. I wish I could put like more cracks in the floor or something right there. Or I wonder... I could make the rest of the floor not cracked and it just be cracked right here. I think that would be very tacky looking because they're tiles. Let's peruse. Man, this thing loops a lot. We're back on this one again. No, it's actually almost over. I have to find some more music. Or we'll just rewind it. Ta-da. Problem solved. Yep, I need something. Because if it was all scorched, then the goblin would probably be dead, right? It'd be a little too much. I really wish I had the altar just like in pieces. I guess. Make the vegetation around it look dead? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. See, now you're talking. Okay. Alright. That's big brain. So, let me get rid of it. Oh no. Okay, there we go. I can snap it back. Like the vines or what? Yeah. So I have some. There you go. You could have crystals on all of them and put a dead black crystal on that one. Ooh. Put some spider webs on it. Rubble. I got some rubble. And I was kind of thinking, I was wondering if I could take the, just take the altar out completely and put like a pile of rocks there instead. But maybe some webs. Some webbage. It might be a little too much. There we go. Something like that. Now we also got... apparently got a fishtail. Ding 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 ding. Oh, my phone's buzzing again. Is it important? It's spam. Alright, where's my dead tree? There's fallen trees. Here's some roots. Here is a dead tree. Do we want a whole dead tree over here? I don't really have... I guess we got these trees. Maybe if we put a little more overgrowth on this, its neighboring counterparts here, then that'll get the point across. I don't have... I do like the idea of the withered stuff, but I don't think I have things for it. Can you recolor roots? No. No, those are stuck. Here, I'll put this bright orangey yellowy color, and you'll see stuff like, see that. That's one I can color. That bush. If you see something with that color, that's how you know I can. I can't. And these aren't colored either. They just happen to be kind of close. So not everything is colorable. But sometimes they are. Like the smoke things. For some reason. Yeah. That's unfortunate. I do like spiderweb though. That helped. So let me try. Let me put, like I said, some overgrowth on. Why is it so much bigger all of a sudden? On its compadres next to it here. Maybe help it out. Stand out a little bit, know what I'm saying? Whoop! Let me do that. I feel like I'm using a train to tell the story, most players will still be like, what do I see though? Yeah. Well, so... I had a thought and it just completely left me. Like, I feel like 5e encourages that because they give you the stat like perception, you know, or whatever the eyeball one is. It's like, all right, let me roll. What do I see? But yeah, it's the group I play with have definitely learned to look at the map, like, because I give them hints all the time, little clues like that. Like, I'm pretty sure I've told y'all this before, but I'm gonna tell you again. Like this map here, when they were in here, you will see the doors have 2 pots next to them. Right? That was the thing, and I did that for a reason. So when they get in here, they find these 2 pots right here, and there's no door. It was a secret special room. So they were like, "Wait a minute, why is there 2 pots here?" Little things like that. Little clues. Then they obviously they don't get all of them, and that's fine. But I feel like they enjoy and appreciate, especially when I go back and like say, "Hey, this was here for that," and they're like, "Oh, shoot!" So, and it's just fun to do. I think that works. I really like the idea of dead branches being around it. That would have been super cool. But I think that's what we're gonna have to use is just a lack of overgrowth. And then a couple webs for good measure. All right. And really, if you don't, you're not using maps like this, the GM can still describe the scene, which is usually where I drop the ball. I think this is best without getting more textures. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's another reason. Like, the reason I dropped all these and stopped using them. I mean, it was too much. I really like just the simple textures too. Like, it's just basic, gets the point across. It's not super high detailed, and it just makes everything lighter and easier. Alright, let me get a swig of this tea. Now what? This was like the Wizard's trophy room. Was. Once upon a time. It's got a toilet. Gotta have a toilet. And this is, we'll find a couple gobos in here. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to make this just a wee bit bigger. Whoop. Oh no, that's fine. Like that. Alright, we need probably time for some traps. There's probably be some traps in this hallway because it's going to the Wizard's trophy room after all. Feel like he would keep those a wee bit protected. So how about another long hallway of doom? Oh, wrong wall. Man, what could this room be? Maybe gargoyle guards the trophy room and a mouse hole can... No. No. Okay, so gargoyle. But remember, the goblins have already been in here, so do we have like a broken gargoyle statue? No. Dang it. That would have been so cool. Like if I had a destroyed gargoyle, a destroyed gargoyle statue. Could have had that there. I mean, I guess we're gonna put some rocks down. Wow, it's a big rock. Put a few rocks down. Not quite what I was looking for. Like, yep, that was once a gargoyle. Alright, well, dang it, that would have been cool. Maybe place gargoyle, but place a bunch of rocks over it. Which toilet will they find the wizard's skeleton? I don't know if we'll find the wizard skeleton. Maybe, but let's try your gargoyle idea here. So. Let's just quick experiment. Maybe? Do I have... Yeah, I got the head. Looks like something else I probably shouldn't say on stream, but... Well, there's... Hold up. Later, Justin. But did you ever leave? Yes, you did. Alright, so... Cole, I got... Check this out. The gargoyle doesn't have wings. Alright. We have a gargoyle here. And then you have... Okay, now. Hear me out. You have one on each end, but one has moved, right? And he's toast. So, but I need... He needs like a big platform. Yeah, so one did come... Cole was saying earlier to have gargoyle guardians, like protecting the stuff in here. And I was like, well, no, the goblins have already come in. And I was like, wait a minute. Let's have a dead gargoyle statue in there. I need... Oh, I think I know what I can use for this. I just gotta find out where it is. But pretty sure. I have some confidence that this will work. Yes. Oh my, it's so big. Alright, I think there is another one. I could use these. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so... And then that one will be empty. And then we'll do something with this. I can't rotate you. There we go. Now we get some Rebel. How did goblins beat gargoyle? Well, we'll put a lot of goblin corpses in here. A lot of casualties. Oh. I don't... That just looks like he got buried. Doesn't quite look like him, but... Oops. Rubba-bubba-ba. Didn't help that they're like slightly different shades. Maybe that's... They came in here, gargoyle woke up, and they said, "Wah!" And then they went and grabbed whatever this item was. Excuse me. Made Big Gobbo super strong, but tiny, but super strong. And kill it. And that's when everybody was like, that's our boss goblin. He's amazing. He's tiny, but he's amazing. The plot thickens. Here we go. Look at that. Y'all having some good ideas over there. Okay. But I like that. That's a cool room. That's all we've done for the dungeon so far. That's pretty good. Let's see, now you got to come up with a perk and a curse for 2 swords, a shield, a staff, and a bow. Well, I guess it's a crossbow, really. But Actually, I want to show y'all this. That the player's map that I showed you earlier, the big one with all the little rooms. I had to make a gargoyle for it. Let's see. Is there like an easy way to show you all a picture? Not Foundry. Yes, Foundry. That's what I want. Uh-oh. Oh, pick gargoyle. There it is. Yeah. Let me... If I do this... There you go. I can see that. Look at that. Isn't that cool? There's some, I ran that through the AI thing. That's a gargoyle they got a face. Oh, that's not AI art. That's just something I stole. That was AI. Got a pretty cool gargoyle. This is another thing they had to fight down there. I thought that was cool. Every now and then, man, the AI thing will get it right. And then sometimes it'll make something stupid. Alright. Let me turn that off. Bloop. Oh yeah. What are some ideas for cursed weapons here? A shield that every time somebody hits you, it hurts someone else. It's not a very effective shield unless it was. It could either hurt bad. You have to flip a coin. It either hurts a bad guy or a party member. I don't know what a staff would do. A bow could be something similar. It ricochets and it does not discriminate. I feel like I'm making these things too crappy. You get the idea. Anyway, I think that's a decent spot, because like we only got like 10 more minutes till I've been at it for 2 hours, and that's usually when I pull the plug. So we got a really good room. Y'all had some really good ideas for this. I like that. I like the ideas y'all had for this whole thing. Just going from the traditional cult mage members stealing villagers. This is so much fun, or more fun, so much cooler. Bow that always hits, but not always who you think it will. Oh, we got a player that would be perfect for. Poor guy. Oh. Alright. But yeah, this is good. It's a little silly, but it's actually a decent little plot going on, so I like it. And we're actually, since you guys are here, have you heard... We're going to be doing a one-shot this Sunday. I'm not running it. Somebody is using... Lancer? They've been bouncing between the two ideas. They thought about Lancer. And then they shared Keendan in Pouchu. I don't know. They've been sending Armored Battle Frame. They've sent like 3 different things, and it's like a one-page PDF thing with all the rules on it. Your one traveling day, Sunday. Well, we're not going to be streaming it or anything. We're just... Sunday's normally when we play our campaign. And whenever somebody's out, I don't play the campaign. I don't run the campaign unless everybody's there. It's too story involved. It's just best to wait till everybody's there. So whenever a player is out, we'll just do a one shot of something or take a break. Usually a one shot. Last week or week before, we were supposed to run a little Stone Age caveman one shot, and in the system that I've been trying to make, we were gonna run that through some more testing. Stone Age one shot map. Yeah, this is what they were supposed to run through. That would have been fun. But then somebody had like a real rough week with their kids. They were just wore out. One player has very tiny children, so I just realized I did not have the Discord chat up this whole stream, but it doesn't look like I missed anything, so that's good. Lance says, very good, but you need to spend time, maybe one turn to warm up before you hit. Well, okay, yeah. But does it do something to you? Goblin children, of course. What could you, I guess just sitting there doing nothing's pretty solid negative, I guess. Yeah, you know, pretty soon, I say pretty soon, sometime soon, I really need to share with the Discord, the Squirrel group, a little system I've been working on. See what y'all think, get some feedback. It's not a very in-depth system, but it's been a lot of fun to work on and make and try out. It does some things pretty good. So, that's what the whole community's for, right? Sharing, getting feedback. The nuts system. Well, yeah, that's what we're calling it. It is called nuts. It was a squirrel system, and then we realized the acronym was kind of not great, so we went with nuts. Spelled with an S, though, not a Z. And I have, so like there's the level up way you can play it. Like, hey, you start at level 0, work your way to 12, yada yada, you know, traditional campaign stuff. And then I have like one-shot mode, or you can call it one-shot mode, or more of like, hey, I don't like leveling up. I just want to get equipment and gear and magic stuff that makes me better. It just changes a few basic concepts, and that's called peanut mode. I'll figure out what they stand for later. I want the TS and nuts to either stand for tabletop system or time saver. I'm not sure. Because it's a very simple system. The idea is you can make, it's not like Sagas and you know what OKSDM's doing. His entire goal is like, hey, I want you to be able to play this in any setting. And I'm not going to make that claim for mine. I just want you to be able to make whatever character you want to be able to make. Peanut. Peanut mode. So that's the goal. I just want you to be like, hey, I have this cool character idea. You know, and then you have these basic mechanics that you flavor however you want. Like there is one skill, I was just calling it, this is just the magic skill. It's just magic. And the idea was like you shoot out bolts of fire or ice or lightning or whatever you want. And if you want to flavor it, you have vines coming out of the ground or you're shooting whatever. It's like, hey, flavor it however you want. But I was just calling it magic. But like one session, you know, a guy was shooting fireballs with that skill mechanic. And then another session, that same mechanic, he was using some kind of blood magic thing with it. And then the last one we did, we were trying EDF in it, and that was like his rocket launcher. He used that mechanic to just shoot a bunch of missiles out. So that is the idea. Instead of making all these specific things, it's like, nope, here's the general mechanic. Flavor it however you want. Make it work. So pretty new usable items. That would be P-Nui. P-Nui. I was thinking nuts would stand for like, what was it? Non-obtrusive and unobstructive tabletop system. Like it's just, hey, do what you want. You know? The GM does not do any rolling, which is kind of sad, but that's the way it worked out. I don't get to roll any dice. Pretty new, useful tools. Let's see, well, there's a silly one I had. What was it? Something unrecognized, or I don't know. It was an insult to itself, whatever it was. It was ragging on itself. Oh yeah, something unremarkable tabletop system. I forgot what the N stood for. Oh. But anyway, hopefully there will be a video dropping tomorrow. I'm going to try and wrap up the editing in it today, and then we'll be back to our once every other week schedule. I just wanted to squeeze out 2 because they were both short. They're both like 8 minutes or less, so. And they're silly and kind of pointless. So we'll see. And if the Canadians are around Friday, I guess we'll stream something. Yeah. So that's it. See you tomorrow with any luck on a new video. Bye.